Okay, understanding the problem is important, but it is not that easy because most of the time it is hidden, it's covered up. Okay, and that's why we need to investigate in depth. Okay, so under planning and the preliminary investigation, step 1 is to understand the problem or opportunity. First, we need to develop business profile that describe business process and function. So we need to understand what is the current business process and what are the functions inside the entity. For example, restaurant, they buy fresh veggie, they buy fresh meat, fresh chicken, fresh fish. Okay, they store inside fridge. Okay, maybe you can look around, they have fish or not. Okay, or sometimes they do need to store in huge or large quantity, because they have next to them the fresh mart. Okay, that's another good point. And then we try to identify how many staff we have, what are the job spec of each one, so that we can draw the organization chart. Then we're going to understand how modification will affect the business operation and how and other information system. Okay, remember we try to find out what actually the problem. Okay, and the owner or the users might suggest to you what are the new features, right? New features that they need. Maybe they say, we need this, we need this information, we need this column. Okay, we need this total calculation. Okay, so you're going to discuss with your group members how this modification will affect the operation. Will it be making the business efficient? Will it make the business more complicated? Okay, will it make job for specific function become faster? Okay, for example, if you create online using apps order. Okay, so that if you have that apps, ordering is organized. Okay, for example, previously customer mentioned they have to wait for 10 or 15 minutes before they get the order. Okay, by using this system, say they have 20 tables at one time, and if all tables are full, they still can serve within 2 or 3 minutes the customer arrive. Okay, customer will be happy. Yeah, okay, right. So those are the things. What are the effects of the modification? Then identify departments, users, and business processes involved. Say if they have several departments, purchasing, maybe sales department, maybe inventory department. Okay, or maybe credit department if it is a middle size or huge size. But I guess for small entity, maybe they don't have specific department, but they have someone in charge of maybe 1 or 2 functions. Okay, so you need to write down the business process, and then I did mention previous video, about fishbone diagram. What's fishbone diagram? Using a technique to identify a problem. Okay, this is fishbone diagram. Okay, you can search around for fishbone diagram. They have already created the template, and you can just plug in the factors, right? But for this one, this is using Microsoft Visio. Visio is available in but it's the old version. If you want to buy, you can buy through Lazada or Shopee. Okay, the licensed one. Okay, so where is the fishbone? This is the main bone. This is the branch. Okay, right. These are the symptoms. Okay, symptom: too hot or too cold. Okay, for example, when you interview, you mention that the environment is too hot, the room is too hot. If we go to another department, they say maybe the room is too cold. Okay, it is something wrong with the thermostat. So this the one of the component in aircon system. Okay. Then we go to the another factor, which is people. Okay, they mention they're not using the system because there's no enough training. Maybe training for basic, but once you want to really use the system, you need more advanced. And another symptom is the managers do not share. Okay, managers go to the training, but when they come back, they did not share with the other staff. Okay, so those are the symptoms. Okay, related to people. Management. The management do not have enough time with the production. Okay. So what are the effect? Lack of clear direction. Too many meetings. Okay, possible thing. Too many meetings, no clear direction. So it's lead to the management factor. Another one, machine always break down because maintenance are not done according to the schedule. Maybe if you're using car, normally you have to service with if your mileage clock in 10,000 miles or 10,000 kilometers or 6 months, whichever comes first. Okay, if you drive within 6 months but you haven't reached the mileage, you have to still service. Okay, and another the symptoms, many are obsolete. Sorry. Okay. So these are the factors, and the problem is with the low morale. The civic consciousness is very low. Right. So once we identify the problem, then we can just tackle that problem, and inshallah we'll solve the problem, right? So most of the time symptoms appear, okay, but the real problem still covered up, it's not surface. Right. For example, I give simple one, flood. If you nowadays, if we experience raining for 1 or 2 hours, the low level land will be flooded. Flash flood. Okay, the simplest flash flood. Rain, flash flood. But what are the actual problem? Okay. They mentioned no drainage. Is it true no drainage? Have drainage. Right. Can you maybe we have suggestion for the actual problem? Okay, continue with another video.